I'm joined by Middlebury College. They just won the 2024 NCAA Division III Women's Lacrosse Championship. We have with us head coach Kate Livesay, and she's flanked by Kelsey Dione and Hope Shue. Coach, open with comments from you about today's championship game.
Yeah, it was a great game for us. You know, it's hard to be at this stage in the tournament and play a complete game. And I really thought, like, our offense came out firing. Our D was really connecting on their slides and really minimizing the looks. And our draw control team, you know, really did well. So that first half was just so critical to just separate and feel like things were really working on all cylinders. And yeah, I'm just so proud of the team to show up in a moment like that and be so good in all phases of the game. It was a prideful moment as a coach, absolutely.
Before we go to questions real fast, and then you talked about what those things were that everybody did well. What do you think the difference was between Friday and today about how you got there?
Good question.
Yeah, I mean, I think we were sharper. I think Friday we had some miscues. I think F&M did some things that took us out of our rhythm and just forced us to do things differently. And so did Salisbury today. But I think just that first quarter was just huge. You know, I think it was 6 or 5-1, and it just really, I think, set the tone and had everybody feel comfortable. I think, like, in these games, the first quarter is always a really important time frame to set the tone. And it's easy to say, but, you know, when you can tack on a couple early goals back to back and really start to put the other team under pressure, they start to make different decisions. They start to get more uncomfortable, more rushed. So I just felt like taking control early was just a huge part of it. And I think we just played a cleaner game, you know, from top to bottom. Like, our defense was much better today. We never had to change out of our zone, and that just kept us feeling really good. And yeah, it just was a more complete effort today.
Go ahead, Ray.
Girls, it was hot out there, I know, and your conditioning spoke for itself. Say something about that. I mean, that's not X's and O's. That's just basic athletics. But I mean, y'all were, you know, quick and solid all the way to the end. Talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, I think we always say we play against the best people in the country every single day in practice, and I think that truly prepares us for a day like this. We had a couple of days to adjust to the heat. We came down Wednesday, but I think it truly is just a testament of how deep our team is, that we just play against such good players, and we're ready to tackle anything.
And I would say the athleticism piece is a big part of it. We have a lot of speed on this team, and they work at it for sure. They push each other. It's like when you have some really fast people leading the charge in practice, it makes everybody want to go faster and chase them. So, I mean, I think speed is something that we really try to generate momentum from. And you saw Sarah Ellinghaus pushing it. You saw Caroline Messer pushing it in transition. And it is just really puts teams on their heels and creates some nice looks. I don't think we really converted off of those looks today, which is, you know, a little bit of a bummer, but you know, again, it was good to put them in those pressure situations.
Talk a little bit about the difference between the semifinals and finals today for you. You know, you're always playing great, but it just seemed like you were more assertive, whatever word you want to talk about.
Yeah, I think yesterday, you know, I just kind of played a different role than I did today, and I knew I had a really good defensive matchup, and I was a bit unlucky on a couple of shots. So I was going hard yesterday, but today I think I knew that I had a better matchup for myself, and so I was able to get inside the 8 and, you know, get 8 meters and capitalize on those. So yesterday I missed a couple 8 meters, and that would have been a difference maker on how I viewed the game for myself. But I think in both games, really, I'm just, as I've played these games for now 3 years, really learning more and more how to, like, feel pressure and move out of it and get the team good looks. So, yeah.
Move on. Miriam?
Okay, for the players, so three-peat. I mean, I feel like that's the obvious question and the obvious, like, you know, huge congratulations. But being on this team, you guys had a lot riding last 3 years for just to be able to do that. Just talk about what that program symbolizes and the relationship that you guys were able to kind of like build over this time period.
Yeah, I think we just don't play scared as a team. KP said this to us the other day before the locker room, and I think it resonates with every single person. Just like take a look around and like, are you scared right now? And the answer is just always no. I look at like Nikki Moormile, number one, like Sue's, every single player, and I just have such confidence in all of them that it's really allows us to play light, knowing that like the whole game isn't on one player. And I think that's really our secret. And just all season, like we've been 46-0 now for the past 2 years, but we're not really afraid to lose any game. Mm-hmm. And so, like, we never go in saying we have to win this, we have to win this game, even like a NESCAC finals. Today is the day we have to win. But I just think that mentality allows us to play really loose, and we're able to get results because of that.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. And I think, like, for us, it's just about enjoying every moment. Mm-hmm. It's never, like, try to survive this game. It's let's embrace it. Like, let's play a full 60 and let's have some fun out there. And I think that's what kind of takes us from one year to another and not just, like, checking a box.
Okay, Monica?
Kind of a global question. In the third quarter, Salisbury really came out very hungry. Can you talk about how you managed what they were able to put together in that quarter and then close out the fourth quarter winning that one 3-0?
Yeah, they started to come up with some draws, and we were used to controlling their draw circle for most of the first. I think we were like 12-3 for the beginning at one point. I heard you say that. Yeah. And so
Halftime report.
I think in that third quarter, that's just a momentum shift always once the team starts coming up with a draw. So then we made some changes on the draw circle too, and we're able to kind of get that back. But had pretty good faith in our defense that whole game. They only let in 5 goals, and I was pretty confident watching them that they weren't gonna let that run go too far.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it's hard to go into a second half with that kind of lead. Some people will be like, really, is it? But it is a little bit challenging sort of psychologically to go into the second half with a very decent lead because you want to play hard, you want to take the opportunities are there, but you also, you want to use the clock, you just don't want to put yourself in situations where you're wasting opportunities. So I think it was a little bit choppy in that third as we had to kind of reacclimate to the game. And they also, really changed up their defense and we're like, okay, we can't stop Hope, we can't stop Susan, we'll just face guard them both. And so then we were trying to kind of work around that and try some different things in terms of trying to find a rhythm on attack. So I think they did a really nice job of changing things up and sort of taking the wind out of our sails in that quarter. The draw controls were a big part of that. And then I thought our D just really held strong when we needed to do that. And then I think we scored in the last second of the third. Is that right? That's right. So that I think that was a huge goal. It just really said, okay, no, we're good. Gave us one more goal going into the fourth. And I think that really sort of calmed people and helped them feel like we were only 15 minutes away, and we really needed to just execute and get gritty.
And then my last question, obviously the cliche is that defense wins championships. And I thought in the beginning of the game, the defense really took Salisbury out of what they were trying to do, which perhaps set some of the biggest tone. Mm-hmm. So could you talk about that early effort by the defense in terms of creating a little separation between the teams?
I'll dive into that just because I do work with the defense a bit. We needed to pressure their feeders. They're very good feeders. They're very good ball sharers. They're quick cutters. And I thought Chloe Newman, Gracie Mumford, Haley Hamilton, Caroline Messer all really got into the hands of those attackers and made life really hard for them to see and have any vision coming out of below GLE. So I was just really happy that they could be, it takes risks to get that far below GLE and go out and have to recover back. And I just thought they were tremendous in their effort to minimize that strength of Salisbury's. That's where they generate their offense. And that was just, if we weren't making them uncomfortable there, then we were going to be in trouble.
Go to your buddy Cal.
Congratulations, guys. My first question, I have 2 quick ones. I don't want to keep you too long. As we just mentioned, defense Salisbury had 14 turnovers total. You caused 11 of them. You had 7 different goal scorers in this game. It's been your MO all year, really playing as a team and not having one standout star at any point in the season. I guess if any of you wanted to just speak about what it's been like with this team and playing together all year.
Yeah, I think we always talk about how deep our team is, and we truly have 15 people that could be out there on the offense. It's insane. We make substitutions, they go right in, and they score a goal. So I think that just gives us a lot of confidence that we know we trust everyone with the ball. We trust everyone when they're in front of the net that they're going to finish that shot. So I think that's been huge for us, is relying on so many different members. And it really came out this weekend when we had 10 different goal scorers yesterday and 7 today. Is that what you said? It's a pretty amazing stat, and I think that's something we're really proud of.
Yeah, and I think the offense gets a lot of attention in games like this, but what's really special about this team is our defense, and KPs are really our defensive mastermind behind all of it. And I would say if you watched our practices, how much emphasis we put on defense, how strong our defenders are, how much they're working at it, getting smarter every day, and just grinding through a lot of tough feedback and this is our defense's game today, and this whole tournament has been.
One last one from me. This is directed at Hope, but open for anybody to answer. Hope, you finished the season with 4 goals today, total of 84 goals and 25 assists. That's 106 points, which is tied for the Middlebury single-season record.
Preposition. Just kidding.
I guess just tell me what it's been like this year. What's propelled you to that success, and maybe as a player on the field with you or a coach, what it's like to watch Hope out there playing every day.
Yeah, this season's been interesting because I think in the past I've had more games that felt like I scored a lot of goals in the game, and I think this season's kind of been a slow burn. So that stat sounds a little bit surprising to me, honestly, just because of I'm not scoring 8 goals in a game. I think it's been kind of a steady plug away, and that's really a testament to our whole team that they're hitting me on feeds, clearing through. I'm definitely in a lot of positions to take our last take and take drives. So I'm trying to put up points for the team in that way. But I definitely feel not just cliche, but really it couldn't be more success of the whole team. And Susan Rowley's right there with me. So yeah, it's really all our whole offense. It could be anybody in that spot over there on that elbow.
But I think what is really nice that Hope sort of mentioned was it's not like she's up and she's down and she's scoring 8 goals and then, chipping in with 1 here and there. It's that steadiness of multiple goal games and just always showing up and being a force on the draw. I mean, Hope had 7 draw controls today. I think she gives us a lot of confidence as a team, knowing that that she's going to show up, which she always does. And this team, I will say, that's just, I think, a trait of the entire team is I don't think we've ever shown up and had a bad game. Is everybody is ready to go when it's game time. They feel prepared. They know what they need to do. And I think that is what I'm most proud of, is just the consistency of effort and focus and support. The sidelines were on fire today. Our bench was crazy in terms of support. And I think, when you talk about what are you most proud of, it's just how much they care and invest in playing in a way that is it's a really complete effort and makes us really proud. It just top to bottom, just I'm losing words right now. It's just we're really excited. The effort was tremendous. The execution was great. And I think this team really deserves it. It's hard to be the team with the bullseye on your back every game. I think they handle it so well. We go through a tough NESCAC schedule. We definitely try to challenge for these moments where they know they've been tested, they know what it takes, and they're just not afraid of it. They're just ready to just have a shot. And I'm just really proud of what we saw today.
Coach, I think we'll close up with this one here, and you kind of gave me a little bit of a segue with the bullseye comment, but correct me on the profile here as I go through it real fast, but 24 title, 23 title, 22 title, 21 you don't play due to COVID, 20 we lose the championship due to COVID, 19 title. So this program has not finished a season with a win in 6 years. Talk about just how mind-boggling those numbers a little bit and what it's taken to build that type of program.
Yeah, I mean, it just takes it. Like I look at our seniors, right? And there's 7 amazing women who all lead differently, who all lead with character, and that's what it takes to continue to do this. Is like see those folks who are your seniors showing up and helping the younger ones kind of figure it out and showing them, you know, when they play 5 minutes in a game, showing up and working so hard the next day in practice. If they didn't play at all, checking on teammates. And it's just like, it's not just about what you see on the field. And I think that is what perpetuates this success for us, is it isn't just about are we winning games? Because if it was, we would not be here. It is about being great teammates, being committed to the effort, understanding your role, and how to continue to improve. You know, like it's amazing. I've seen so much growth in every player this year. You wouldn't see that on the field because there's some that just aren't getting there. But it's just and amazing to see just the work rate in practice, and that just elevates everybody every day. And then the next year, people are ready to sort of reinvent this group again. And we never try to be the same. You know, every year is different. So I think for us, it's about evolving with the strengths of our team, having people who are really committed and working hard every day. And we feel their trust in us as a coaching staff, and it just, makes us really enjoy what we do.
Well, Coach Kelsey and Hope, thank you for joining us. Congratulations on winning a 3rd straight Division III Women's Lacrosse trophy.
Thank you.